Hello, fatties, fasters and fat fasters. Time to talk about hunger. Run the intro. Today we're going to be talking about my top tips for staving away the hunger. If you would like more weight loss tips or to follow my journey, please like and subscribe. And let's get into it. Tip number 1. Tip number 1. The most important one of all is drink plenty of water. If you've watched any of my other videos on the channel, you'll know how much I talk about water. It's the easiest and most important tip to get yourself through your day and getting to your window. If you intermittent fast, that is. But if not, it's still very, very important. No matter if you're just watching what you eat or going on a calorie restriction diet or any other diet really, water is the key. Your body tells you you're hungry and dehydrated in very similar ways. So you may think you're hungry, but in fact you're just dehydrated. So a simple bit of water could stave off the hunger for a lot longer. You're probably saying, Bradley, what are you on about? That's obvious. But most people don't drink enough water during the day, leaves them dehydrated, and they overeat, which, because there's water in the food, they think that solved the problem, when in fact it could have just been you just needed some water. Also, making sure that you've had enough water can also just physically make you feel a bit more full, but also it'll stave off any headaches you might be getting if you're feeling hungry. Tip number 2, and this one is definitely a do as I say, not as I do, but avoid diet drinks. Diet drinks have artificial sweeteners in them, like aspartame, aspartans, whatever you call it. Any sort of artificial sweeteners. What that can do is, that tells your body that sugar is incoming, and when the sugar doesn't come, it can then increase your cravings for sugar. So you might think the sweet taste is sating your sugar cravings, but in fact it could be making it worse. Tip number 3, exercise. Getting plenty of exercise not only does it make you feel better just in general, but it can distract you away from the hunger feelings. And just say you're feeling hungry, you go out for even just a walk. While you're out on the walk, you don't even think about being hungry, and then when you get back from your walk, it's either time that you can eat again, or you're just feeling so high and you don't really even think about the food. The cravings for the food has went away, and possibly even if you took water out on your walk as well, it might have been that you were dehydrated and not hungry, and then by the time you've done your walk or your run or whatever it is, you're then feeling better. Which leads me into point 4, distractions. One of the best ways to stop feeling so hungry is to distract yourself. So do whatever you like doing. Play a game, watch TV, read a book, tidy up, do the cleaning, do the garden, anything. Just do a bit of DIY, just distract yourself from thinking about it, and eventually the hunger feeling might go away, or when you're finished you just maul a giant cake, but don't do that. Tip number 5, very simple one, can help you in all walks of your life. Easier said than done, but get as much sleep as you possibly can. Goes without saying, the more time you're asleep, the less time you're awake. The less time you're awake, the less time you're thinking about cake. That rhymes. Yeah, very simple one, straightforward, get lots of sleep. Tip number 6, all the P's. Practice proper portion control. Just make sure you're not overeating and you're not undereating. Sounds easy. It is a bit. If you're starting to feel a bit full but you're enjoying the food, just stop. Don't overfill yourself. You can stretch your stomach or increase the amount that you can eat. Also, don't eat too little, because if you eat too little, you don't have as many calories and you're going to feel hungry again sooner. Just make sure you're getting your proteins, getting your vegetables in. Practice proper portion control. Tip number 7. Timing. Timing's very important if you're doing any type of fasting, intermittent fasting, potentially the 5-2, or if you're just doing another regular diet or just watching what you eat. The timing of when and when you don't eat can be very important. So what I would suggest is listen to your body. You know yourself when the times of the day that you feel hungry. Me personally, I find it easier in the mornings to do without food than I would in the evenings. So what I have done with my window is I start it quite late at 1 o'clock and then I finish at 7. That means I only have from 7 to bedtime to not be eating, then sleeping overnight, then waking up in the morning, and then it's just a matter of time waiting till my window opens till 1 o'clock. The important thing is for you to figure out yourself when is the best times of the day to eat, to give you less time that you're hungry. Number 8, the last one, stick at it. No matter what you're doing, if you're doing fasting, doing your diet, whatever you're doing to try and lose weight, stick at it. It's always going to be more tough at the start. You're probably going to have worse side effects at the start, but you just got to power through it, and when you get through it, you won't even think about it anymore. As soon as you get through that, you get past it, it'll just be all smooth sailing from there. Probably not, but it'll get easier at least. And once you start seeing the results, you don't even think about the harder times. So stick at it, let your body get used to it and adjust. Very important for the fasting side of things. When your body's used to eating throughout the day and then all of a sudden you're now going long periods without eating, your body is not designed to be eating shorter periods of the day, but it will eventually get that way. That's it. 8 great tips to fight the hunger. If you want any more weight loss tips or fasting tips, subscribe to the channel, check out one of the videos at the end cards, and I'll see you later.